Well, it looks like we have another rumor that's probably not a rumor at this point when it comes to Ubisoft. That's right, and it may come to an end. What's coming to an end? XDefiant after Season 4, because nobody's playing it. Let's talk about it on That Game Place. Hi, friends, it's me, CC, here with the amazing, the unreplaceable, and most well-informed gamer I know, Loki. What's going on, buddy?
I'll just keep my hands warm, culture. We got the fire burning bright, and the stars are up at night. And what do we got? We've got a huge trash fire over at Ubisoft. It's one of those giant A&M blazes where we can just stand there and party and warm our hands. It is getting bigger, folks.
It's getting bigger. We have game after game after game expiring because rumor has it Ubisoft is going to end support on XDefiant after Season 4. If it does not increase its player base, everybody's walking away from this game, Loki. Nobody wants this thing. And it's not because they didn't put some effort into it, but they didn't put great effort into it. And it's a live service game, which means they were counting on it as a cash cow. That's the only reason you do that, right?
Right.
So,
They wanted that online money. They wanted that MMO money, and they ain't getting it.
no, and they really aren't. And X-User Just for Leaks 2 reports that XDefiant is already dead. Thank you. Ubisoft research team is actively asking their tester to have another in-house test session and repeat their feedback. He added multiple sources told that it's possible the game will end its support after Season 4 if they can't get enough players. I have no reason to doubt Sean on this one. What about you, Loki?
No, I don't doubt him at all. And the problem is that you've got one Ubisoft game, you've got every Ubisoft game lately, because all the mechanics are the same. All the little MMO things, whether you're playing an offline game, a single player game, an Assassin's Creed game, XDefiant game, they're all similar, and they all want to sell you a whole bunch of things. And nobody's buying. Why? Because these games are like double A, maybe single A. They're not even quadruple A or triple A. They're just down low on the totem pole.
Yeah, and it's just embarrassing. I mean, and here's the weirdest thing: like the aesthetics for some of these games don't drive player engagement; they actually drive players away, which is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Now, the rumor is not out of left field. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot revealed on the company's most recent trading update call that sales for XDefiant were below expectations, leading to the company significantly reducing its net bookings for its second quarter. During the call, Nicholas Langlet of BNP Paribas questioned, so the Q2 guidance, is it only Star Wars Outlaws, or is there something else underperforming in the portfolio? It's all underperforming. Anyway, Guillemot responded, it mostly reflects the softer than expected sales for Star Wars Outlaw. We also had behind expectations for XDefiant, which we will give you more detail at the end of October. More detail at the end of October, Loki. That doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. That's just around the corner. And you know what? No one's playing this. No one wants to play this. It of course it does. And when you play tester has to come in a second time to tell you the exact same thing they told you the first time, that is another problem. You obviously aren't listening to your testers' feedback. Wow, where have we heard that before? We've heard that a lot lately. Well, you know what? Thank you for the info. Thank you for testing, but we can't really, listen to you or do anything you suggest because, yeah, we're doing this. So why even have them? Why even pay them to come in and talk to you? It makes no sense.
Well, what's really strange is this is kind of the same feedback from a playtester that BioWare recently rejected. If you want to check that out, that video's right up there. And I'm telling you right now, it's embarrassing for these folks to do this because they are rejecting the people that can save their game's input, which is garbage. But anyway, this information was completely different than how Ubisoft and Guillemot touted the game in the company's first quarter sales report, where they touted the game's success, which was launched its preseason on May 21st. Loki, how many months is that from now? That's not very many months.
That's not even half a year. It's
Yeah.
close to, but not even half a year. So I mean, if it was just doing so well and exceeds expectations, and now they're like, "Oopsie, we
Yeah. I
messed
mean,
up."
well, understand that it's going to be toast after 4 seasons, and these seasons must be pretty, closely spaced together, because if we're already coming up on 4, he had at the time said the quarter notably saw the launch of XDefiant that is off to an encouraging start as we continue to grow that audience at a steady pace and plan a quarterly roadmap of content that will allow us to firmly establish the game over time. Well, you haven't had very much time and it's not very established and you're getting ready to run away from it. That's a problem. The report also shared that the game that topped viewership charts, acquired more than 10 million players within its first 2 weeks, with players praising the thrilling, fast-paced gameplay. Yeah, you have to be on, some kind of ramp-up drug to pay attention to this one. It's dizzying. And map variety. It also declared that the game outperformed expectations thanks to acquisition and strong average revenue per session day. Yeah, they were counting on all that cash money, that cash cow. That the reason it's a live service is to lively remove wallet money. That's what they
And
do.
who has the extra? Who has the extra right now? Who can honestly go, you know what? I'm going to throw $20 on, let's say Diablo 4 and get an armor pack that's just this. No, you're going to go out to eat. You're going to go out to do something else because money's tight. Everybody's tight on money right now. You need to be selling something cool. Do you want to know what really sells in games like this? Awesome costumes, awesome weapon skins, things that make you look unique and mean, not Mrs. Freeze in a rainbow unitard.
Oh
That
yeah,
is not what is going to sell your stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
that probably didn't work out very well. I mean, that game's toast. That studio's probably dead too. But regardless, we're looking at Tom at Insider Gaming saying that there were over 2.5 over a period of 2.5 hours, there were 1 million unique players and over 8 million in its first week. Where did they all go? Because there's nobody playing this now. He reported that one source informed the game has been struggling to obtain 20,000 concurrent players across all its platforms. I have to tell you, that's not good for this style of live service game. If you don't have 100,000 people or more, this game is costing you money to run. And the people, even if the people are there and they're not spending money and you don't have any whales, they're playing the game for free, and this is going to be a problem that they're going to have to deal with for a long time. But the concurrent number counts much lower than 20,000 is more likely the scenario, apparently. And Henderson also shared recently that if the game does not turn things around by season 3, it risks losing its much needed post launch support. Okay. Well, that statement's been made again because it said it's going to lose it after season 4. Loki, is there any reason to doubt any of this?
No, and I mean, stick a fork in XDefiant, it's done. Once it's at this level, it's done. Bungie was doing everything they could to keep Destiny 2 on track and keep it moving forward. They couldn't even do that. Now they come out with a mobile game. You cannot keep resurrecting these losses and these defeats. You can't keep doing this over and over and over again. And when people are on a limited budget, when they need to, they can't just blow $20 on a skin. You have got to sell it to them. And guess what? Places like Fortnite and other places, they know what you want and they're going to sell it to you. That's why they're still in business. If you want to come out with something like this, great, but just know you run the risk. If you do not bring something hard, fast, and cool looking, you're toast.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is, again, comes down to the aesthetics that you're talking about. I mean, gamers want to play cool looking stuff. They don't want to play, poorly designed characters, poorly designed costumes, all of that. In fact, guns actually are in games like this are incredibly important. It's one of the reasons why Ghost Recon is still one of the games that I play, especially Wildlands. But regardless, XDefiant had a 1-year roadmap that culminated with season 4. Well, guess what? That'll be it.
That's it.
I don't see it going any further than that. The game just kind of collapsed all of a sudden, and the XDefiant Xbox player count dropped an incredible 94%.
It's dead.
It's dead. That was back in the middle of September, which means right now it's more dead. I doubt there's 20,000 people here to play this. I doubt it. I don't know, Loki. I think this is over. I think it's done. I think this is time to get the fork out and the fat lady and, call it a day. Your final thoughts, my friend.
We need bones too. He's dead, Jim. That's what. Oh yeah, we need one of those. It's their own fault. They've decided to do this. They decided to make this. They decided to make it the way it is. And you can blame all sorts of things. You can blame everything but your studio, your writers, the people working on the game. You can blame everybody else. But at the end of the day, keeping a game like this alive, guess what? It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to take care of this. It's your responsibility to give us something cool. I am not kidding. When you were in a game like this, you want to walk out and be like, I'm the coolest looking person in the room, except no substitutes. Because, it's a power trip. It's a power fantasy. You're like, yeah, I'm going in, guns blazing. You want to look like the baddest space marine on the planet. And guess what? If they've got just junk and stuff like they did with the Squad and the Justice League, no one's interested, no one's buying, no one's playing. So by all means, keep doing this. It makes the new transition of the new blood that's going to come in and fix this problem quicker. So by all means, continue.
Yeah, and I agree with that statement. By all means, continue. We'll find good games to play, and we have a catalog full of them in our back catalog already. So thank you to you, Loki. Thank you to the great writer over at That Park Place, John F. Trent. And thanks to all of you watching this video, hitting the thumbs up, giving us some comments and thoughts down below in that comment section. And thank you for watching another one of our videos right after this one, which will guarantee that YouTube will continue to recommend our channel to you. And if you're not subscribed, hit that little red button. It's free. Subscribe to the channel, turn it gray, and turn notifications on as well, because you don't want to miss our great, epic live streams on Wednesdays. On that note, as always, get your game on.